Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies and gents, got a little something we need to bring to y'all's attention. Video is going to be entitled As They Beg for Mercy, Put Them Out of Their Misery. On several different levels, we need to do that. I did tell you guys I was going to bring you guys up to date on the Legal Redress Commission and Ronald West, otherwise known as Ron West, and his stupidity. Ron West ended up telling people that he had successfully done 300 adverse possessions. What? 300 one person? Oh my Lord! And nobody questioned that ignorant. Ladies and gentlemen, it's okay. I wasn't around when he told people that stupidity, because you and your grandmama know. Yeah, mama know. I would have questioned that ignorant mother. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, 300 adverse possessions, the idiot would be a billionaire by now. Why? Because he would have been flipping each one of those properties, making nothing but profit after profit after profit. They would have to create laws to prevent him from making any more profits. Okay? And the fact that so many of you believe that idiot, and that's my problem. You people are believing people just because they open their mouths. You're not checking to make sure what they're saying is actually fact. And that's, I don't know what to say. It's very disheartening. All right, we have an individual who a jury just convicted of 17 counts. 17 counts of filing fraudulent documents on a record because the person was following Ron West's method of adverse possession. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron West didn't have a method of adverse possession. We talked about it at the beginning. I told him what people needed to do, but I didn't trust that ignorant mother, so I didn't give him all of the pieces to the puzzle. I've given you guys all the pieces to the puzzle in the video I did on adverse possession, but that ignorant mother, I did not give him everything because I didn't trust him. I'm that way with everybody when they're prying information out of me. I'm that way with everybody with the exception of the people I do consults with, because I gave my word during a consult. I will tell them everything regarding the subject they're asking for with the exception, and I posted the exceptions on the videos. So with the consult, they get unholds barred information. I've actually played and put some of those consults that I've had with these individuals that they allowed me to put it online. I asked them if I could. They allowed me to put that online. You guys have heard it. So you see, I'm not holding back the information I give to those people. But for the people I'm talking to on a regular basis, ladies and gentlemen, people want to hit and run. I ain't got time for nobody hitting and running. That's a felony. Okay? And as you can see, that ignorant idiot, Ron West, and the Legal Redress Commission as a whole, because those ignorant idiots have sat back. You guys don't even know. This individual was just convicted of 17 counts because of what they followed the advice of Ron West. Hold on. There are two commissioners at the Legal Redress Commission. One of them received a summons from the court charging her with filing false documents on the record. Let me help you out. Where's Ron West? He wasn't there for either one of them. Oh no, he said bye-bye. He told them they reached the end of the road. Gladys, tell them about end of the roads. Okay? Told them they reached the end of the road. See you, wham bam, thank you. I ain't got time for you. I just needed to bring you guys up to speed as to what that ignorant idiot was doing. Okay, now, enough about that. We told y'all, as they beg for mercy, put them out of their misery. Okay? Well, let's talk about them begging for mercy and putting them out of their misery. Hey, Leola, hey, I hear you guys are a fairy tale team. Anyway, the future of California blue sky laws. We told you guys about blue sky laws, right? So now we're going to help you understand that every state has its blue sky laws. Every state has its blue sky laws. Okay? We're going to put this in a local folder. I haven't downloaded with this particular software before. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put this in this download folder because this is where all the new stuff is. And we select our folder and we just go ahead and say save. Come on now. Don't realize. Okay, come on now. It's only your first time. All right. Now that we have saved the document, we'll come back to it later. Right now, we's going to focus on one thing. We came here. This is Blue Sky Laws for California. Okay? And when we went to the California Blue Sky Laws, I chose to download the PDFs first. Okay? The Future of California Blue Sky Laws, Loyola Marymount. Well, Loyola Law Schools, because there's more than one Loyola in the country. But anyway, Loyola Law School. Okay? So we download the Blue Sky Laws, and then we take a look at those laws that they apply to our particular issue. Now, let me explain to you. Every state has a Blue Sky Law. The state's Department of Business Oversight explains the corporate securities laws, regulates all offers and sales of securities in the state. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a blue sky or securities law on the state level. So you have the SEC on the federal level. Have any of you filed under the state level? Now, I had to explain this to one person. I told them that they have to see this how to comply with New York's blue sky laws. Every state has blue sky laws, ladies and gentlemen. They label it blue sky because they don't want you to know that they exist. So instead of calling them securities laws, like the Security Exchange Commission, corporate security law, instead of calling it the CSL, no, they call it blue skies. Sounds like an airline, doesn't it? Okay? I have to let Gladys Knight let you guys know about going to the end of the road. That's why I stopped. That's why I paused, okay? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here's the understanding. Many of you are ready to go jump out and start looking at your blue sky laws. Let me tell you what you're looking for. Let me tell you what your argument is going to be when you go to that nice little court smork. Ladies and gentlemen, blue sky laws, securities laws. Remember, your loan had nothing to do with the mortgage or the trading of your property on the market. When you got the loan, you used the money for the loan to pay the home. Take a look at your loan docs. It says that you were the buyer and that it was a sailor. A sailor, you know, the guy with the little hat, white hat. I'm Popeye the sailor, that type of sailor. Okay? Now, you notice there was a buyer and a seller. Just explain to you who a seller is. Okay? And pay attention. The bank wasn't involved in the sale of the home. Go back and look at your loan docs. The bank is not involved in the sale of the home. Pay attention. The loan came first. The loan came before the mortgage. The mortgage did not come as a result of the loan. The loan came first. But they gave us all the papers together. That's right. But when you went to closing, the loan had already funded. Once you received funding to purchase the house, the previous homeowner, pay attention, already got paid, or his bank got paid. But either way, somebody got paid. We just had this proved on Thursday of last week, where the court actually agreed, where the woman went into closing last Tuesday. She only signed the mortgage and she only took the warranty deed. Filed it. They arrested her for going into her house and said she was trespassing. 2 days later, the court disagreed. They ordered that she be given restitution for that couple of hours in jail and that her property be exempt from the paying of taxes because it's not an income property. You only pay taxes on the property, people, if it's an income property. It's an income property because it's being traded on the market. And the bank makes you pay the taxes. Ain't that amazing? Don't take it from me, ladies and gentlemen. You can file for exemption anytime you want. You can take it off of the income tax rolls. Don't have it taken off the tax rolls. So many of you people are concerned about having it taken off the tax roll. Have it taken off the income tax rolls. Go down to your county recorder and say, hey, look, my property is no longer an income property. It's for personal use. I need to have my property listed as exempt from income taxes on my property. All right, I just need the papers. I don't need you. I'm not asking you to explain nothing to me, miss. Or sir, I'm not asking you to explain nothing to me. I just told you what papers I need. So you have the forms. Just give me the look. Okay, wait, no, hold on. You want to argue? I didn't come here to argue. This is Monday. This is the beginning of the week. This is springtime. Everybody is happy and gay. Okay? So since everybody's happy and gay, why don't you take your gets on over there and get me your supervisor? I'm sorry, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh Lord. Ask to speak to the supervisor. Tell the supervisor you just need the paperwork on taking your property and having it listed as exempt from taxes. No, please. I just need the forms. If you have 85 forms, then tell me where those 85 forms are specifically and exactly. I don't want to go looking for them. You guys are supposed to have those available to us upon request. So I don't want to have to go look for them. I don't need to be doing no research, okay? Because then I'll have to charge you guys for the research when I'm specifically asking you for specific forms. Just like you would charge me to do research for me, if you're going to have me go and do the research when you're supposed to give me this information, I will have to charge you. I don't want to charge you. But if you're going to be as ignorant as the person I just spoke to, then I'm going to need to speak to your supervisor. And you just keep climbing that chain, climbing that ladder, going and speaking to supervisor after supervisor. It doesn't matter if they look angry or mad. And the moment they make a threat, excuse me, wait a minute, are you telling me I'm being disruptive? I have not yelled, I have not cursed, I have not screamed. I have not insisted on anything other than you doing your job. So if you're telling me that that is enough for you to get this way with me, then I'm going to need your name and your employee identification information so that I can file a discrimination complaint against you. Well, because you just accused me of violating your policies. And I need to make sure that you understand that I've accused you of violating your policies. So I'm going to have to file a discrimination complaint against you for interfering with my access to the administration. That's it. Just that simple. Okay, let's get back to you understanding what goes on. Since we know that the loan has nothing to do, and we're going to try to get up to about 16 minutes, but because we know the loan has nothing to do with the home, they're completely separate. When you do the mortgage, and the reason why the mortgage, you're using the house as collateral, because remember, the house was not collateral for the loan. The loan was already taken care of before you got the home. The loan was already taken care of before you got the home. All you got to do is remember that. The house was not collateral for the loan. When you went and applied for the loan, you didn't even have the home. So you couldn't put it up as collateral. So for the loan, what was used for the loan? They ran your credit. And if your credit wasn't good enough, they asked you to come in with a cosigner. But they used your credit. I know people have been saying this for years, but now we're telling you how you can prove it. Your credit was used as collateral for the loan. Now that we know that your credit was used as collateral, and we're not talking about the other credit with Social Security and all that type of credit. We're not talking about your exempt account credit. We're talking about just your regular consumer credit. That's all we're talking about right now. We can talk about that other stuff on another day, but this is not the time or the place, so don't do it. Like Beretta. Don't do it, okay? Just Beretta, okay? Wow. Okay, don't do it. All right, let's get back to the ball game. All right, so we can go to 16. Probably be more than 16, but we're going to get there. Ladies and gentlemen, when you did the mortgage, you were giving them permission to trade your property in the market. What were you to get in return? There's a give and take. They gave you a loan, but in no way did you agree that in exchange for the loan, they could trade your home in the market. No. You agreed to pay them back. Okay, let's make sure you understand that. You agreed to pay them back. So the mortgage is a separate contract from the loan. Okay? This is Dougie Fresh. Y'all, Dougie Fresh is talking about, he's talking about nothing. Tell him about nothing. Sorry about that. That's me and Dougie. Dougie talking about nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to the reality of things. And yes, I turned them up a little bit because I like nothing. Because I ain't never talking about nothing. All right. Get back to the rest of you understanding this. This is contract law. Contract law, remember, the mortgage is a separate contract. It has nothing to do with the loan. The mortgage is a separate contract. It has nothing to do with the loan. The mortgage has everything to do with trading your security. Because remember, they convert it. It's a conversion that's taking place. They converted it into a security. When they converted it into a security, it came under your state's blue sky laws. In order for them to convert it to a security, ladies and gentlemen, they have to compensate you. Okay? They have to compensate you because it's a separate contract. That separate contract has nothing to do with the loan. So what were the benefits? It can't be you're allowed to live in the home. No, you bought the home. The home was your purchase, not the bank's purchase. Pay attention. The bank has nothing to do with the home, so you're not a tenant in your own home. The only way you became a tenant is by the signing away of those rights. Here is the problem. What did you get in exchange for those rights? If there is not consideration and value, the contract is void. These are the basic principles of contract law. You keep hitting them until you hit the white meat. They beg for mercy. You keep hitting them. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just letting you know. So each one of these, Security Exchange Commission and these people, like for California, it's the corporate security laws by the Business Oversight Department. That's who you file your complaint with. And they do have a complaint form. And you file your complaint based on the fact that as an investor, you have not been receiving any of the interest associated with your investment. Just that simple, people. Any of the interest or the dividends. Okay? Don't get complicated. This is not to be complicated. You don't have to get complicated because when you get complicated, you make it stupid. Okay? Minnie Rippleton, we're going to come back to you. All right? Because we're now at 18 minutes. When you get complicated, people, you make it stupid. So keep it simple. Fill out their complaint form. Put in there that you have not received any dividends. You've not received any type of interest. That they have been taking these earned interest, earned income, and they have not been compensating you, and you are an investor in that trade. They'll ask you for the information. Give them the information. You don't have to have the title of the mortgage-backed security because the title of the mortgage-backed security is different than what it is on the state level. The state level and the federal level are two different levels. Also, those of you, if you want to do some more research, research your state's blue sky laws. Find out how, pay attention, how to go about recording these securities. How they do it. We want to know how the banks are doing it. All right, pay attention. Like I said, when you normally hear of blue skies, how to redeem blue sky points. What are blue sky filings? There we go. That's what we need to know. Blue Sky Filings is a leading provider of outsourced law services for all members of the investment community. We are a division of S2 Filing SSC, which is a financial filing and print firm which offers financial reporting services. Blue Sky Filings. Imagine that. So either you want blue sky points, redeem them as you fly to friendly skies, or you want blue sky points with regards to security laws. Ladies and gentlemen, when they beg for mercy, keep hitting them until they beg for more. Goodbye.